In this video, I'm going to talk about the things that you don't know about Mississauga and which will help you make a decision if Mississauga is right for you. So without further ado, let's get started. What's up everyone? My name is Nasira Jamal and I'm part of Team Jamal right here in the Greater Toronto area. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about working, playing, eating, sleeping, living, and even some of the things that people may not tell you about Mississauga, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn your notification on so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Honestly, I get calls all the time about people relocating or moving into the Mississauga area, and I absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about moving or relocating into the Mississauga area, then you've got to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Heck, you can even send a pigeon carrier. However you want to get a hold of me, I've got your back when you're moving into the Mississauga area. So you may or may not know this, but Mississauga is the second largest employment cluster in the GTA after Toronto. So if you're looking at employment opportunities, Mississauga is definitely one to check out. The other fact that is really, really important to note is that Mississauga is the third largest in employment cluster for FIRE, which is finance, insurance, and real estate. So if you're in any of those industries, it's the third largest in all of North America. So again, job opportunities and employment opportunities presents themselves here. And for a lot of people that are coming, especially immigrants that are coming in from other countries, they are looking at Mississauga as one of those areas to look at first because of these opportunities. It actually beats out Vaughan, Brampton, Markham, and Burlington. And that's why I think this is a great place for people when they're first coming into the country to start looking at Mississauga as one of their first options of where to live. The other cool thing about this is it has more people coming into the city of Mississauga than those going out. And that really just shows you that there's a lot of job opportunities there. It allows people to live and work in the same place or same area. And for transportation, this really eases on the pocketbook because you're not using, more of the go trains and things like this to get into Toronto if that's where you're working. But for a lot of people, this makes a huge difference in terms of picking an area to live, is the fact that their work and home are close together. The other great thing about Mississauga is that it is home to 91,000 businesses. 95% of those are small business owners. And what that means for you is either if you are looking at starting your own business or you already have a business and you want to expand, then it's a great place to start where there's already infrastructure in place. There are communities in place that you can service with your product or services. And again, being in one of the largest cities in Canada, it gives you the accessibility to a lot more people that may be looking for exactly what you're providing in terms of your business. Mississauga is also home to 75 of the 500 Fortune companies. So again, for those that are looking at Mississauga from a perspective of financial, like employment and what can they really get out of the city when they get here, it's really just the accessibility to all of these things that can make your life easier in either finding a job, starting a business, or being part of a community. Mississauga is home to 1,400 multinational firms, which means that we have a lot of people relocating for work purposes. A lot of the companies that are outside of the Toronto or Canada area, if they're global and they do have an office in Mississauga, we have a lot of people that are relocating. And again, this really helps because if you're coming in already with a job letter in hand or a transfer, makes it much easier. And then you can look around the Mississauga area and find a neighborhood that's where you want to live and also be close to work. You also want to note here is that Mississauga is home to 75 of the 500 Fortune companies. So again, a great place for people that are relocating for employment and also for some of the top-notch companies, whether it's in the technology field, biochemical, automotive. You've got a lot of options when you come to Mississauga. So another fact to note here for who's coming here and who makes up our job force, 70% of the people that do make up the job force here in Mississauga actually have post-secondary education. So again, this will show you that the jobs and the employment opportunities that are here are in the sectors that require higher education, and which also means that the pay is higher, and the affordability in terms of cost of living makes it much easier. So that is something, again, for people that are relocating here, it's really important because they may be coming from a country where the cost of living might be lower. But here, although our cost of living might be higher, our pay grades are maybe higher as well. So another thing that you may not know about Mississauga is really 50% of our population makes up for with our immigrants. And that is, again, a really key factor in a lot of people coming to Mississauga. We have a huge, diverse community of people, and also we have over 180 different languages that are being spoken, and this really helps for those that are relocating from other countries to come and feel comfortable, to feel like they're part of a community, that they can find people that they can relate to and communities that they can be part of right away, so they don't get as homesick because they do have some of the familiar things, places, people, as well as food. Now, affordable housing is an issue all over the Greater Toronto Area, and that's just something that, you have to know. But Mississauga, it's doing its part in terms of creating housing projects and working with developers to really have housing that is affordable for middle-class families. And this is an ongoing process, with any growing city. It is one of the fastest growing cities in Canada, but it does mean that the government and the municipal government is working hard to create spaces that people, when they get here, do have access to affordable housing. And one of the last things I want to point out is Mississauga actually has waterfront. Now, it is located off Lake Ontario. You have what's called Port Credit, the area of Port Credit, where you have access to waterfront. It's a great place, even if it's not somewhere where you live, because housing is relatively most expensive by the water. But you can access some of the amenities. There's a beautiful shopping area, there's a marina, there's great restaurants. So our waterfront in Mississauga attracts a lot of people from surrounding areas. And it's, again, a place where if you call home, that you have access to some of the beauty that Canada in general offers. And Mississauga is really one of those cities that has a balance between urban life, the quieter green space. It has a really good balance. When you're coming here, you'll find that you'll be able to kind of pinpoint areas that you love about Mississauga and places that you really want to frequent. And Port Credit is one of them. Now, if you are looking at moving into the Mississauga area and you want to start looking at homes, or you want to start going into the different neighborhoods and seeing what really works for your family, you've got to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or you can even send a pigeon carrier. However you want to get a hold of me, I've got your back when you're moving into the Mississauga area. Until the next video, I'll catch you later.